Broomhill is a sports club that was founded in 2004. We have over 500 members at the club.
We are a community-based club in the west end of Glasgow. We run two sports, mostly football and netball.
The club was founded in 2004 by parents at Broomhill Primary School. There was Dennis Docherty, myself, Stephen Prince and Kenny Moyes.
Broomhill started really on the back of a small group of parents not happy or satisfied with the amount of exercise that their kids were getting at the school. We decided that we would set up a group basically just to organise a football team. And that's really where it started. Most of the kids at that time were in primary school under the age of 10 years old.
Many of the smallest children that started with us in 2004 are now coaching or running certain sections of the club, and many of them are still playing.
I've been at the club for 10 years.
I played the first ever game for Broomhill Sports Club back in 2004.
I've been at Broomhill since the very start in 2004 when I was 7 years old.
I joined Broomhill probably around 6 months after it started, so probably when I was around 11 years old, 10 or 11.
At Broomhill I'm the head of the coach support group, so my job is to help all the coaches and try and develop the coaches to be better so that we can develop the kids to be better at their sport.
I'm the coach of the 2003 Saturday team. I'm also part of the coach support group, which help overview the quality of coaching and the standard of players in the club.
I'm a player and a coach. I play for the under-20s semi-professional team, BSC Glasgow, and also in and out the first team. Also I'm in the coaching supporting group.
We currently run primary school sessions at either lunchtime or after schools in various primary schools throughout the west end of Glasgow. The school sessions involve a various amount of sports. We don't just coach football in the schools. It's often mixed sports sessions or game sessions for younger kids.
Well, we're now in our 11th year. We have more than 750 children and young adults.
We used to have some boys that were playing football, and we discovered that they were really good at running, so there would be one of the parents would take on the job of having an athletics club. And if somebody was good at karate, then we would have a karate club, and so on. Then the girls that were playing football then discovered that they were good at netball, and it's just sort of grown arms and legs since that.
We've just started a semi-professional football team, and we're also interested in starting a semi-professional netball team. BSC Glasgow was started the year before last. It was an opportunity for us to play in something called the Lowland League, which is officially the 5th tier of Scottish football, and it provides a pyramid system that would mean that if we're successful we could end up playing in the Premier League against Celtic and Rangers.
Well, I think it's a great honour, first of all, for Broomhill coming through the 10 years, then being elected to have a team in the Lowland League and qualifying for the Scottish Cup. That
was the culmination, I think, of 11 years of effort from a lot of people at the club. It was a massive achievement for us to rub shoulders with people that have been playing in football for 120 years. And the tie itself was very exciting. We managed to get a replay, which was equally exciting.
It was a fantastic opportunity for the club, and just on the day, just great excitement for everybody. But I think that was a day to remember, where everybody can sort of look back a little bit humble and say, well, this has all been worth it.
The reason we founded the team was that we were always frustrated by the opportunities that young players had to develop, and particularly young Scottish players had the chance to develop, because so many foreign players come into our game, and so many foreign players take the places that we think should go to local children.
Making my debut for BSC Glasgow was a big thing for me, as I was there since 2004 when the club started. Going up to the first team as a semi-professional, it was a change of standard. It was a lot more physical, the tempo was much higher, and there's a great amount of pressure put on me.
It's also given guys a kind of an end goal to aim for within the club. It's given them, you know, something to aspire to and play at a very good level at the end of the Broomhill kind of progression. It's good for a lot of the younger guys to kind of look up to that level of a team and you know, aspire to be part of that eventually. The goal for Broomhill now is to really develop a core within the first team that are their own players, players that have progressed through the Broomhill system, and they can really you know, look to that as opposed to looking elsewhere and further afield for players.
because of the promotion system and the pyramid system we have now in Scotland, we have the opportunity to go and go all the way to the Premier League. The club has grown so much in the last 10 years. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be looking to have that as our target, because it's as far as we can go in Scottish football.
So we have ambition to keep growing, we have ambition to keep getting as many people involved in sport as we can.